last but certainly not least, I have another fairy tale retelling for you today, and that is The House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. This is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, and it completely surprised me, so let's talk about it. So, like I said, it's a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, a fairy tale that I'm not familiar with at all, besides the the Barbie version that they did that came out when I was like 11 or 12 or 13. I don't remember. I haven't seen it, but yeah, so I had to listen to a like 12-minute, like someone reading the Grimm's fairy tale for me to like understand what was going on. So yeah. At the beginning of this book, there's only, I believe, there's like 7 of the girls are still alive and the other ones have died, and everyone's like, we're cursed. Who's next basically is like the running theme is who's going to die next. So I'm not going to go into all of the girls because half of them don't have personalities. The main one is Annalie. She's not the eldest, but she's the second eldest after her older sister Camille, who is the oldest living daughter left alive. I love Annalie because she's like, I just want to be left alone. I want to mourn my sisters. You're never going to catch me in anything brightly colored. I'd rather wear dark colors. And I was like, girl, same. Camille, like I said, is the oldest, and she is so focused on finding a man. Like, she wants a man, she wants to get married, but like nobody in the village that they live in or on the island they live in like wants to get with them because they're like, you're cursed, you're all gonna die. So yeah. And then we have Fisher, who is Annalie and Camille's like childhood best friend, and he runs the lighthouse. And then we have Cassius. Cassius is Annalie's love interest, and there's a plot twist about him later that we might talk about in a spoiler section. So yeah, the plot, like I said, about 3 or 4 of the girls in this book are dead prior to the beginning. It starts out with Eulalie. I don't know. I can't pronounce her name. It's spelled really weird, and I have no idea how the pronunciation is. So she's dead, and Annalie starts to believe that her sisters are being murdered or like picked off one by one. And yeah, so there's a murder mystery in this book where you're like, who's the killer? And like at one point she thinks it's Cassius, and then another point she thinks it's like her uncle, and then at another point she thinks it's this random guy. And I was like, holy cow, I am so confused. Who is killing these girls? Are these girls being killed? Are they killing themselves? Or is it just freak accidents? So yeah, it's like really confusing, but really interesting. Like, I kid you not. I like read 200 pages yesterday because yesterday was Saturday, and I closed my book at like 8:30, and I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to read anymore. I went to bed thinking about this book. I woke up thinking about this book, and like I could not wait. I had to work on some other stuff before I could read earlier today, but yeah, I'm just like, I love this book so much. So, romance and chemistry. Like I said, the love interest is mainly Cassius. Again, in typical YA fashion, there's a love triangle between Fisher, Annalie, and Cassius. Again, you can see it coming from a mile away. Again, it's one of those other love triangles where you're like, I can only see this going one way. There's no way she's going to fall in love with the other person, the other third of this love triangle. So I think I got like about, I want to say 50 pages in, and I saw it coming, and I was like, why? Can we just put this trope to rest, please? I don't have anything against like a well-written love triangle, but when you write it with two guys that you're like, obviously she's gonna fall in love with this one guy, it's just obvious. So yeah, let's talk spoilers now. So if you don't want to be spoiled, please leave. If you don't care, or you've already read this book and you want to talk about it, then let's do this. Let me say that I was completely convinced that Cassius was not killing off the girls. Let's just put that out there. But one thing I did not see coming is that he's a demigod. I was like, of course he is. Of course he's a demigod. Like, demigods exist in this world, apparently. I mean, they're talking about gods, but I thought they were like Greek gods where people believed that they are or were real, but they're not really. But nope. Cassius is a demigod. And I was like, oh, okay then. I thought it was interesting that they chose to have the balls and things be like nightmares and dreams, because I was like, I know that when I reviewed Winterwood, I was pissed that like I hate the trope that like, oh, it was just a dream. But I feel like in fairy tale retellings, it's kind of a given that things are going to be dreams and things are not going to be real. So I'm more likely to believe it in a fairy tale retelling than to believe it like in an actual book. But I was getting so scared towards the end that I was like, please tell me that this is not just a dream. But then it was just that only the balls were a dream. So I was like, okay, I'll accept that. But like towards the end, I was like, is this actually really happening? Or is Annalie just like losing her mind because of what Cosimus or whatever, the harbinger of dreams and nightmares and things like that. I was like, is she really losing her mind? Or is this basically a demon like screwing with her mind? I was like, I don't know what's real and what's not real, and that's kind of the point. I didn't see Morella being the person who like made the bargain with Viscardi to marry Orton, the girls' father, and she murdered her mother. And I was like, and then I liked that Viscardi was like, you need to be careful what you bargain for. And I was like, this whole book is just so well written. And I feel like this could actually be a legit fairy tale. Like 12 Dancing Princesses plus all the shit that went down in this book. I was like, oh my God, the scheming and the fairy tale-ness to this is just amazing. So yeah, that is my long book review for House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. It was so good and I love it, and I will never get tired of fairy tale retellings. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!